Okay, so here we are at the Nesta Hotel, District 1. There's Bentown Market just straight down the road there. I stayed here before with my son Artie about 6 months ago. It's a pretty good hotel. It's right central in the middle of everything. So we'll go in and I'll show you the room. Yuli's just checked it in. And yeah, we'll go in and have a look at the room. Anyway, this is the room. It's sort of smallish. It's probably about 3.5 metres by 3 metres or something.
It says no window, but we got window.
Yeah, no window, but we got a window. So we booked the cheapo room, did you? Not the big. Well, me and Artie got a double room and it was huge. Well, the shower's good. That's all that matters. You got a good shower, toilet separate, and it's clean and nice here. So there's different size. This must be the smallest room, I suppose, because the room me and Artie had was twice as big, but it had 2 full double beds. It was on the front, I think, maybe even with a balcony. It was about $70 a night. But anyway, that's it, the Nesta Hotel. Okay, so we are here, Ho Chi Minh City. Love this city, crazy city. And we just checked in, but we're starving, so we're going to look for something to eat. So this is Bentown Market. All around the outside is just little stalls, and inside is just madness, but you can actually eat in there too. You want to just get something inside the market. A good little street around the corner, I think it is. It's Muslim street. It's just all Muslim warungs. It's all halal, and it's about the cheapest place to eat. So we're going to go and hunt that down. So this place here across the road here, see all the people at the front, it's a gold shop, and that's one of the best ones to change money, like money exchange. So now this is the Muslim street where a lot of the halal stuff and all that is. But there's some great little restaurants along here. You see the girls all got their jewel bobs on. This is mainly where the Muslims in Saigon live. But the food is amazing because a lot of it's like Malaysian, Indonesian style Malaysian food. So we love Malaysian food, Indo food. So you get rendongs and all things like that up down here. And it's cheap as. Alright, Yuli said we ate that one before, so we'll try this one. Let's have a look at the menu anyway, see what they got. Okay, so I got chicken kwetiaos, like the flat rice noodles. Kwetiao ayam. We thought this was going to be like a soup, but it's actually all like spring rolls with noodles, and you might just eat some noodles with the spring rolls. So it's on a plate, not in a bowl. But anyway, we'll see what this is like. Okay, so this was about 90,000 dong, which is about $6 or something, which is good because there's so much chicken in it. There's just heaps of chicken in it, so it's good to eat something we're familiar with, Malaysian, Indonesian food. So, okay, so that was a good feed. So now Yuli's hunting some buah or some like fruit. So just checking out this. All the little fruit stalls on the street, they just sell packs of ready cut fruit and stuff. It's pretty cheap, so we'll get some of that for the room. And yes, you spotted something here before. Some mango looks good, like the watermelon. Yeah, pack, look, let me pull some more.
Hello, con lại đó. Cam bé đó.
Alright, these mixed packs look 50,000, which is about $2.50 or $3 or something. Less than $3. It's got dragon fruit, figs, jackfruit, pineapple, mango, everything in it. So this is like a salty chili and peanut sort of stuff. And you dip your fruit in that, makes up sort of like a rujak. So I'm hunting avocado juice across from my hotel. It's really good. I hope it's still there. If it is, that's what I'm doing. Yuli's in shopping mode again. So I'm going to head up here and try and find my favourite little avocado shop. Sells avocado juices, like really good ones. Right, so we're going to head up this way, back up towards the hotel. Okay, so coming from Nha Trang where there's like 90% Russians, just down around this area there's a hell of a lot of Aussies, and I just met some New Zealanders even. A few New Zealander lads. But I've run into about 20 Aussies already, just only been here for a couple of hours, so Mama's got the pork chops grilling on the footpath. Check that out. Okay, so these are the best juices. This is our hotel just across the road. When me and my son were here, Artie, We're in here like at least 2 times a day. Yeah, 2 or 3 times a day having avocado juice. These guys walk all around H&M everywhere. You see them selling sunglasses and putting the screens on your telephone, like the glass screens. That seems to be a newish thing. They're everywhere, like hundreds of them. So they're even up in Da Nang and Nha Trang, everywhere. There's a lot of these street selling guys and that, like these guys here hanging out, so that shiny shoes and that sort of shit. They're not really Vietnamese. I think a lot of them are Cambodian and Myanmar and stuff like that. Cambodians. So, and yeah, they sort of clean your shoes and whatever, and they always come here and hang out and smoke cones. Now they're off to do another round, shoe shining. The boys, I think they're from Cambodia. They were speaking language that didn't sound like Vietnamese. So I've got a couple of Aussies here. Where are you from?
Sydney, Western Sydney, Penrith.
Penrith?
Yeah.
All right, go Parramatta.
Yes,
She's a
that's
Paris
the way.
supporter.
Parramatta.
I'm the Penrith supporter.
Even though they haven't won since the 80s.
1986.
So what are you doing here in Ho Chi Minh City?
Well, it was supposed to be a relaxing holiday. Hasn't been so far.
Been a bit of high pressure?
Yeah, at the markets, it's very full on.
Yeah, well this area is the high pressure area, yeah. So how long are you staying for?
10 days.
10 days?
Yeah.
Oh, you'll be quite fed up with the hassle in 10 days.
Yeah, halfway through the day I was like, I don't know how I'm going to last this.
So what's your itinerary? What are you going to do while you're here?
We've got 12 other friends rocking up throughout the week. And,
Right.
we're good. Yeah, we haven't made too many plans, but there's been ideas of what we want to
There's
do.
a few like touristy things that we want to do, like
Yeah,
the,
right.
the tunnels and the
Oh yeah, right.
Mekong.
That's all around the Mekong Delta and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a day trip. Are you going to stay out there or do a day trip? Or?
Not sure yet. Not
Yeah.
sure what we've all got installed.
Because it's a long day if you do a day trip,
Yeah.
and there is places you can stay. It's a pretty big area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, it's nice to meet a fellow Aussie and get some insights.
so is this your first time to Vietnam?
Yeah, this is our first time to Vietnam. Our first time travelling together as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So far it's been all right, or what?
Yeah, it's
No big arguments yet?
No, not between us.
Only with the locals? Or?
Yeah. Well, the first hotel we got, it's not even a hotel, so
Yeah.
we learned that.
Residence.
Yeah, we learned the hard way that we booked the wrong place.
Yeah, because a lot of the time what's in the pictures on their maps just isn't right, is it?
Yeah, I think they're from 10 years ago.
Yeah. So, yeah, so where else have you been to in Southeast Asia? Been anywhere? Or?
No,
I have not.
Never?
No.
Just,
Never even been to Bali?
No,
No.
Must be
that's
the
on
only
my-
2
that's on my
Aussies
list.
in Australia that haven't been to Bali yet.
No,
Oh, God.
no. My son wants to go there next year for when he turns 18, so...
Well,
go
it's
there.
close. That's why it's sort of full Aussies, but, you know. So, I like it up here, but Southeast Asia's pretty small. There's a lot of countries and, you know, it's Asia. They're all the same but different, as I say.
Yeah.
Same but different everywhere you go. But, yeah. Oh, well, anyway, well, nice to talk to you, and I hope you
thanks
have a
very
good
much.
holiday.
Cheers, mate.
you.
Thank
All right,
you. See you
thanks.
later. See ya.
Yep. So we're over in an area in District 1 at the moment, at this giant coffee house, and everyone comes just because it's all colourful. Overnight it's all lit up with lights. But that's it. The famous coloured coffee building, or whatever it's called. What's it called, darling?
Arabica.
Arabica.
Arabica Cafe Apartment.
Arabica Cafe Apartments. Okay, so just check out the size of this park. It goes about 150 metres that way, and about 150 metres that way. It's huge. So we're going to walk around, just have a look, maybe get a coffee or do something. So this is a statue of old Uncle Ho Chi Minh. How's the buildings, the architecture on these old buildings? How amazing is that? 1890 to 1969. Legend. Took back his country from the American invaders. Okay, so just check out this. How amazing is it? The architecture on these old buildings around Ho Chi Minh City are just amazing. And it's huge too, it goes for about 150 metres. So, amazing stuff. So this is the famous pink church. We just got a taxi for 15 minutes to come and see this, and it's just a pink church, and that's it. Alright, so we're doing a food tour today. The two girls are going to take us around Ho Chi Minh City on bikes, and we've picked a thing like 7 different meals, so we'll just go around different districts, eat different Vietnamese food. Lily.
You.
Grant.
Grant.
And you're Lily?
Yeah, I'm Lily.
And this one is Helen. Alright, so we're on the bikes and we're out of here. Let's do it. Alright, so that's what we're doing, heading into District 3. And yeah, we're on the way. So this is definitely the best way to see the city properly and get out of District 1, the tourist area. It's mainly all just locals out here, so it's much more interesting to see. So this is it, we're in District 3, just check it out. You won't find any tourists around here, that's for sure. So it looks like this is what we're going to have first. So this is the different districts in Ho Chi Minh City, and we're staying here in District 1. District 1's down here and here, and we're now up in District 3. Then we're going over into District 10, back through to 5 and back to 1. So we'll be doing this central part of Ho Chi Minh City. We're going to some monuments and some markets and different things to see, and eating different food as we move around. 7 different dishes. Okay, so here's our first dishes. Alright, thank you. So it's like a beef noodle soup. And this is originally from Hawaii, just north of, about 100 kilometres north of Da Nang is Hawaii City. And Hawaii used to be the ancient capital of Vietnam at one point. So this is the beef noodle soup from there. Hey! All the boys having a beer and a feed. So what we're going to do now is just walk around the district a little bit, have a look at the sort of local life and the local culture. See, a lot of these places, they actually live here and they've just got a shop on the front of their house. So you see all the clothes hanging up. They'll even live upstairs or in the back of their restaurants and that. So it's a way of them to have a business out of their home, and that's very common all over Vietnam.
Yeah.
So these are like Vietnamese pizza.
Bánh tráng nướng.
Bánh tráng nướng.
Bánh tráng is mean rice paper. They use
Alright.
rice paper, then they grill. Put some topping,
Alright.
and they say grill. The topping, popcorn, shrimp.
So it's mixed with an egg, just corn and veggies and some meat.
We had a dinosaur egg.
Alright.
Không. Đem theo cái nước.
So it's got egg in it to make it sticky. And then they just grill that and make it like a little pizza. Okay, so this is the sticky rice and they grill it
Yes.
in
Vietnam they
banana
call
leaf.
chuối, nếp nướng.
Choy, nap, nướng. Alright, so this is like the sweet milk and coconut milk mix.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's really sweet. So it's more or less just grilled sticky rice with sweet coconut cream and coconut milk. What do you think? Pretty sweet? No?
No. I like the coconut custard.
And
Yeah.
this one we had banana cracker.
Alright, this is another type of cripple. Alright, you can see the slices of banana in it. It's made from flour and coconut milk. And like a cripple, but with banana in it. So this area is District 10. And this is mainly all like florists and flower shops. They make wreaths and sell flowers and yeah, this whole market. Apparently there's a Cambodian market or something too down here. Whether that's like a traditional market or the flower shops here is the Cambodian market, I'm not sure.
For the funeral. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so these are for funerals, weddings, hotels, things like that. Yeah, nice. Check out the colours in these things, like rainbow colours. Strange flowers, aren't they? Never seen anything like them. So apparently there's over 30,000 different varieties of flowers that you can buy in this market. So it just keeps going up little alleyways and alleyways, keeps going and going. So everyone's setting up at the moment for the night, getting all the food out. You can see when we got here there was nothing open, and now they're all setting up. In another hour this place will be buzzing, just food all the way, street food. So all the lollies, look at this. All the jelly lollies there. Oh, ice cream. Gelato. Looks good too. Wow, none of this was here when we walked up, nothing at all. Now it's just busy with food. So, oysters, prawns. Then we've got horseshoe crabs. Horseshoe crabs, sea urchins. Wow, I got a bit of everything. Then we got some yabbies, look. We got little yabbies. Okay, so that's about it for the food tour. Or the tour. Sort of half food, half history tour. Yeah, it was alright, something different. But this place, you can tell they're just setting up now for the night. It's going to be buzzing, that little food street there. So, and the whole area, I suppose, the local food market for the night. Alright, thank you, Lily. It's my beautiful driver for the day. And Helen. Thank you, Helen. It's been really good.
The high of right hand here. And if you want to update something, then check me on the WhatsApp. I will answer for you.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Thank you.